Hi, my name is Cody Peepgrass, and this is the presentation for my internship at Kansas Wesleyan University. So some background and introduction. So I interned at the Kansas Wesleyan University gym with the baseball coach Ryan Cantrell, and I learned about this internship from Ryan Cantrell himself and decided it would be a fun thing for me to do. The application process included a lot of paperwork, obviously, and then I had to talk to my coach, which was the primary form I communicated him with. And I wanted to talk to him because he was who I wanted to do it with, because he has a lot to do with the weight room and training teams and training the baseball team in particular. And I thought that would be a good thing for me to do because that's the field I want to go into eventually. The topic of my internship was personal training and coaching, which is, like I said before, a huge thing that I'm interested in doing. And that uses exercise prescription and other things to help athletes stay healthy and be able to play their sport for as long as they are able to. And I was interested in this opportunity because it gave me a chance to observe a profession that I'm interested in and be a part of it and have some firsthand experience that should help me later on in life. So the overview of my internship. My time at the KW gym lasted 8 weeks, and I worked with the baseball coach, like I said, Ryan Cantrell. And I was able to do multiple things that included team workouts and individual workouts. So I got to experience firsthand how to work out a team as a whole, like the baseball team, for example, or the football team, for example. And I also got to do individual workouts with certain athletes and certain players from different teams. One that I remember in particular was I got to work out with a defensive back from the football team, which was a completely new experience for me because of the fact that they work out way different than the baseball team. He was focused on getting bigger and stronger while keeping his quickness so he was able to run with receivers. And I had never been able to, or never experienced that, And because since I'm a baseball player, we don't really worry about keeping our quickness. We just try to get bigger and stronger and while still trying to throw the baseball as hard as possible. I faced a lot of challenges and I learned a lot of lessons while doing this. So some challenges was watching instead of doing. My first couple weeks were spent watching Ryan Cantrell work out teams and individuals while I watched it just so I could get a feel of how that would go down and like what to do. And another challenge I faced was motivating athletes to work out. So like some days athletes would come in and they wouldn't be motivated like the baseball team. Some days they would come in and not want to work out and they just kind of stand around and walk around the weight room and like just kind of hang out and talk like a social hour almost. And I had to figure out new ways to keep them motivated to work out. So like we made it a competition a couple days to see who could lift the most. Made it a competition for the football team as well to see who could get through the ladder the fastest and things like that. Some of the lessons I learned while doing this were be patient and take everything in at the current moment. Like that's kind of like I struggled with that a bunch. And I have to learn to live in the moment and like learn while I'm in that moment and not look to the future to see how that will benefit me later in life. Because if I live in the moment, eventually I'll get to the future and the things I've already learned in the past will be there. And I just have to trust that. Another thing I learned was keep a smile on my face and have an encouraging attitude. That was important for me because like nobody wants like a sad athletic trainer. They always want someone upbeat that's going to motivate them to do better and push themselves as well. I never really surprised myself as the attitude I have on a daily basis applies to the health profession I want someday, and I always just kept thinking about that, just like be myself, be motivating, be like the person I know I am. This internship deepened my interest in coaching and personal training, and I can see myself pursuing a career in it. This really, really helped me like learn that even more. It gave me a lot of firsthand experience that I will be able to apply later on and help me hopefully get a career. I'm not certain on the setting I want to be in, but I want to be a coach at baseball at some point, and I want to work my way up to hopefully being a college coach at like a very successful university and hopefully win a championship, get a couple rings, and maybe eventually make it to the majors one day. To conclude, I want to thank Professor Minnick for the opportunity to complete the internship during my senior year of my undergraduate education. And I'd also like to thank Ryan Cantrell for the fantastic experience at the Kansas Wesleyan University gym. And I am excited to see what my future holds after doing this and realizing this is the career I would like to be in. Thank you for your time.